Well, hi everybody. What's good? If I've done it right, you're here and I am too. Um, we have a brand new chapter to start in our quest to survive this war of mine. Um, ooh, that's a little loud. It's loud for me. Uh-oh. Did Oops. I think I closed the game, y'all. I didn't mean to do that. Let's try it again. Ta-da! It was a little loud in my ear. I just want to get into the settings. And I closed it. 'Cause I'm awesome. Hi everybody. Ready to try this again. So as you guys know, those of you that have been following along, those of you who've just joined me today, hi and welcome. I'm new to streaming, so if I miss you in the chat, I'm gonna apologize. I haven't quite figured out how to watch the chat screen as it goes on just one screen. I need two of them, and currently I'm missing a screen in my life. So I will have one um, when I get one. All right, forthcoming stuff. So right now, though, if I miss you in the chat, I'm so sorry. I will try and reach out to you. Um, I feel like I'm screaming over the sound, though. Um, let's see. Let's take. Oh, that music's only at 2. That's some really loud music. Um, But if I just take this one out of my ear, we'll leave that there and maybe it won't be so bad. Um, though I can see you guys just like this. Hello, I believe. And um, if you type in a 1 and let me know that you can hear me, then I will let you know, or you can let me know whether or not this music is too loud. Because then I can go ahead and adjust the settings. Um, so August 2nd, from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., we're going to be playing this game at the Peace and Justice Center in Seaside. I should have written that address down, but I didn't because I'm awesome. But I will look it up for you and I will get that for you and I'll leave it in the description somewhere. Also, I will be posting this in the event on Facebook, so you'll be able to find that there. Plug that into your GPS so you don't get lost. I'll make sure that you have it. We are going to start a brand new chapter. So we're going to tell it that we want to give it another try. There's two things that I think might happen. I'm hoping that in this one we can select. I'm hoping we don't have to write our own story because that's going to make this game a lot harder, I think, for me. I want to just, yeah, play it kind of out of the box as it were. Um, but I'm not quite sure because I have just downloaded the Little Ones DLC. If you notice this title card it's different from yesterday, or the day before. I think I missed yesterday. Um, I didn't have the DLC, the Little Ones, on my computer. I had it so when this War of Mine was released previously for free on PlayStation and Origin. I'm not sure about Steam. It may have been, but I didn't take a look. Um, I picked it up free on both platforms. It's just, but on PlayStation, um, it had the DLC, the Little Ones, so I thought I had it in both places, and I lied to myself. So yesterday I went ahead and bought the DLC for $4.49 or something like that, and installed it. So here we go. I think when I hit another try, we should be able to. Okay, no, I don't see any kids in here. They're locked because I guess I haven't played enough. Um, I haven't played enough to unlock them. Wait, what happens if I anniversary edition mode? No, I don't know. Hi, I don't know. So we're gonna write our own story, and that's probably a pretty good idea to do anyway. So we're gonna pick some people. We I think we're going to here we are writing our own story for this game. We are gonna have winter come. I think we're gonna have winter come late. So you know what? No, we're not. We're gonna let winter come early. We're gonna let winter be moderately harsh and moderately long. Okay. Um, let's look at the city map. So these are kind of the stuff that how do I even explain this? I explain it by reading the cards. Here you go. So this is our city map that we'll be working with. It doesn't look a whole lot like Monterey County because it's kind of designed after, or it's, I don't know, the set design is based on somewhere Eastern Europe. So, um, we have to pick. We have to pick a minimum of 12 places that we're going to be able to go and scavenge and look for stuff. So we can start, it has us starting with the abandoned cottage. It says over here, family barricaded themselves in this house. But despite their efforts, looters got inside. It's been abandoned ever since. Still, we might find some useful things that the looters overlooked or left behind. I'm gonna make sure you guys aren't typing anything in here to, okay, you're not. Hi. If you are, I'm so sorry I didn't see you. It's not populating in my chat screen. So yeah. So we're gonna do, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna select some places that I think would be pretty decent looting spots just based on kind of my past play experiences. We're gonna put faithful people in this church. St. Mary's Church is still a place of meetings. So there's two things that we could pick for. So as we're setting off in this map, there's two ways that we could do this. We could put bandits in this St. Mary's Church, or we could have the faithful in St. Mary's Church, and we get to choose who we're going to encounter on this particular map, or on this particular run. Yes, playthrough. So let's see, let's read each one. Bandits. St. Mary's Church is known for its charitable priest, Oleg. Alas, the church has recently been devastated and Oleg's fate is unknown. We could expect piles of rubble, so a shovel might come in handy. A group of armed men are said to occupy the vestry building now. Going there might be dangerous. Or the faithful could be there. At St. Mary's Church is still a place of meetings for the local community. Priest Oleg is known for his charitable work and offering refuge to the poor. It sounds like Oleg is still here. In this scenario, he might have something to give away or trade. The vestry behind the church is devastated and abandoned. We could find some useful materials there. Let's put some faithful. We'll let Oleg be there. The supermarket, it's kind of close. There's either soldiers or scavengers. I'm gonna put some scavengers in there. Let's see. We're gonna go. We're gonna be playing this map for a good minute. These are the ones that are close. Who's at the garage? I forget. Before the war, you could have your car repaired there. It was a decent family business run by an impulsive son and his elderly father. If they still live there, they might be willing to trade with us. Alternatively, we might find lots of useful parts there and maybe even some food. So we're cheating a little bit because we've got some previous knowledge. Because this is it could be that the scenario is tweaked just ever so slightly, and it's not the same father and son scenario that we saw in the last game. But if you were with me in the last game, I sent Zlata to this garage with medications that she'd received from some stranger that came by, randomly giving out medications or not giving them out, but asking us to hold on to medications for their friend Anna who had went missing. So we took those medicines. I traded some and I gave some to Sveta. Sveta still died, and Zlata though was able to trade the medicine that she didn't need to these folks here in the garage for a bunch of food and probably she could have survived if I had just stayed. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about last game. Last game was last game. This is this game, and we're getting us set up. I've never really played through this on my own city map, so this is kind of a new experience for me. If I figure out, if we get through all of this and I figure out that I just absolutely can't stand the way that this is going, um, I'll try and offline speed through some gameplay so I can unlock um, the other characters. Um, so on my PlayStation, I've got the kids are already unlocked, so I can pick them in the scenario screen, and I don't have to build my own city map. But here we are, we're building the city map, and if you'd like, if you're see, I have it says here, and I'm not sure how accurate this is. I have a few of you are watching, and um, but I'm not sure that I can see your text in my screen, especially Facebook. It's showing me YouTube and Twitch. Um, so how would I find you? Let's see if I can figure out. Let me see if I think I'm trying to open Facebook. Oh, maybe I can use my phone for that. Ha! Yay! Let's see. Let's see if I can find you on. Let's see if I can figure out how to find you on Facebook. And if I can, maybe I'll be able to chat with you in that chat screen from my phone, because we're awesome like that. Oh, am I even live on Facebook? I don't see myself on Facebook. We might be coming back to do this again, guys. Let's take a look. I'm gonna have to slow this stream down just a little bit. I'm very sorry for this. If I do stall out, because I do not see myself on Facebook on my phone. Doesn't quite mean that I'm not on Facebook on my phone, but I might not be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a look, make sure that I'm where I think I am. Oh, and my phone is dying. If I'm talking to you and I'm on Facebook, I'm sorry, but I have to verify that I am here with you. I'm live. Yay! All right. Woo! Perfect. Thank you. Hey, Ricky, thank you for stopping by the channel and giving me a heads up on what's going on. And perfect, because I can't see the text in my little text box in my chat, but having this open the way that I have it is slowing everything down. So I'm just gonna go ahead, close it out, and try and figure out on the other. Oh, like this maybe? No. Yes. No. Um, yeah, I will. So I'm very sorry, and I will figure out how to. Thanks again, Ricky, for the feedback. I appreciate it. I will figure out how to um, chat with you guys next on the next chapter. I promise. Right now, we're gonna get through this, and we're gonna figure out how to. We're gonna figure out how to get through this quickly, because I'm gonna have to go in about an hour and 5 minutes, maybe 10. So we're gonna do a, let's see, what's the ruined villa? I think we're gonna put a couple here. We might have to steal from them. There's a shell school. There's rebels. We could have rebels here. Yeah, there was once that I ran into rebels here, and I got killed. So I'm gonna put homeless, because I actually do. This is a great place to loot. So we're just gonna cheat a little, because I know some things about this game. Let's see. And then, you know, we can put some traders here. So here at this hotel, it says, Pajarin Travel Agency used to own this small yet luxurious hotel. The owners fled the city just before the siege, along with a foreign journalist who had been staying there. Someone moved in there recently and spread the news that he was willing to barter. Maybe he has something useful to us. So that's how I'm going to put this trader in here. We have 6 more to pick. Do we put a brothel? If you want to get laid for a can of meat, if you want to get laid for a can of meat, this is the place. Okay, that's I. Wow. Okay, mothers will do some really kinky stuff to get food for their children. It's a big building, well guarded by local thugs. This is kind of gross. They have plenty of goods and are eager to trade. I think we're not going to go. I think we're not even going to bother putting a brothel on our map. How about a city hospital? It's been shelled several times. There was a fire and numerous bandit raids, and yet it still operates. Some wards still admit patients and save lives, mostly thanks to Dr. I can't read that. Yeah, I really can't read that. We'll just call him Dr. J, a renowned surgeon who remains steadfast and keeps the others in line. I think this is going to be a good place, especially if we need to, if there's every time we need to trade for medicines, maybe we can go here and see if they have meds that we can trade. How about the semi-detached house? There's a trader here as well and some girls. Half of it is a ruin, but there are people living in the other half. They don't seem friendly. At night you can sometimes hear shots fired from there. We could probably scour the abandoned part for supplies if we manage to sneak past the inhabited part. Or trader. Half of it is a ruin, but there are people living in the other half. Apparently they aren't hostile and have a lot of stuff to barter, even food and meds. Let's remember to take something to trade if we're going to pay them a visit. That might be good later in the game too. A construction site actually might have lots of stuff. Soldiers and snipers. Okay. Let's put some snipers over there. Let's see. What do they have at a looted gas station? We'll just. How about if we? No, it looks like this one says, despite heavy shelling, the whole district, the station is surprisingly decent shape. Surprisingly decent shape. I can speak. It may have been looted, but it might still be worth it to check out. So we'll put that one on our map too. A ghost house. A man who lived there used to give shelter to people in need. He either died or fled after his home had been ravaged by mortar fire. Since then, the house stands abandoned, and neighborhood kids say that it's haunted. Should we try a haunted house? That could be fun in this Let's Play. How many more? We got one more. We could do a shelled cottage. Neighborhood recently got shelled, and many houses are still burning. People were fleeing for their lives in a hurry, so we may find some useful stuff here without meeting anyone. I think we will put this one on here. Okay, so that's our minimum. Should we put a few more? What's at this quiet house? The bottom line here says if we're willing to steal. That means probably that's not a good place to go. Because we live in a rush. The block of flats has seen some heavy fighting. Most people had fled the area before the Vicini rebels clashed there with the military. The battle is over now, and there should be many things left to scavenge because people were leaving in a rush. That sounds like a good place to go. So we'll put that. That's our baker's dozen right there. 13. Okay. So I think we have to save this. And we're going to call this, what are we going to call this? We're going to call it Monterey Peninsula. Spell it right? Oh, it doesn't let me. Penins. That's all the letters I get. We're just going to call it Monterey. California. What do you guys think? Okay. So there we go. Here's our start. Should we go back? And now we gotta pick some characters. So let's see. Last time we had Bruno. He was a good cook. Let's see. Is he still a good cook? Oh. they're not giving, it's not giving us a description of each person. Well, that kind of, let's see. Oh, it really doesn't. So we've got Bruno, Marin, Erica, Amelia, Anton, Boris, Marco, Pavel, Sveta, Katya, Roman, Karina, I think that's his, or Katrina, one of the two. Misha, Sergey. I hope I'm pronouncing these things. So this text, I don't know. You might, if you're watching it along here, this text is really small. I think this is Iskra and Christo. Yeah, I really can't read those cards. But I think we're gonna pick these guys. I wish they gave us a description card of who that is. But okay, so this is an older man and a little boy. We're gonna pick them. I think that's a little boy. And I think that's an older man. So I'm just gonna not gender anybody. This is an old person and a young person, a little kid, and an older person. And don't want this guy. This guy named Peace Center. I made him, and I thought I was gonna be able to. Yeah, I think we'll take this guy too. So that's 3 people chosen. We need one more. One more person for our team. But I don't want an all-male cast for this playthrough. So we're going to take Peace Center off. And actually, let's see. We have okay. We're going to take this is kind of tough. I kind of wish that this is part of the game that we could do together at the Peace Center, but I think we've got to advance this some of this gameplay a little forward before we get to the Peace Center where we're all playing together. Otherwise, we're gonna spend the first 40 minutes just doing what I've done just now. So we've got one little one and an older person, an adult, and now we need 2 more adults to round off this team. And I'm thinking, I really wish I could see how many backpack spaces, because that's kind of what I'm basing this. So we got Katya, and I think Pavel, because I already know he's a quick runner, and I think he has 15 slots in his backpack. And then so we can adjust how, so there's 4 of us, like I promised. There's 4 of us. And I'm going to, oh look, because I've decreased the amount of time until ceasefire. So I've in all of my other games that I've ever played, I've not had the opportunity to set the amount of days that we're seeing war. So I'm going to set this at 20. If it happens, yeah, if it happens that, we're tearing through this, no, I think we'll set it at 25. At 25 days, because no, 20. We're going to have an hour and a half together. It sounds like maybe, no, 7 to 9, 2.5 hours. We're going to have 2.5 hours plus or minus. Let's just put it probably about an hour, 45 minutes of actual game time. And it might go, I think it's going to probably go super fast and we're going to be done. So I'm going to put us at 20 days. I'm going to see if we can make it all 20 days. So we're gonna get us. I'm gonna save this just in case I mess up somewhere along the way. And we've got winter coming early. We've got a moderate winter, a moderately long winter, um, moderately harsh winter, 20 days till ceasefire, and the intensity of the conflict is moderate. This card says the situation in the city is severe. There are shortages of everything and black market prices fluctuate. Bonds of bleh. Bands of looters attack homes at night as desperate people turn to crime to survive. People have some hope, but neighbors aren't quick to help one another. We could go down to low, where it's in the city. It says the city is cut off, but the situation could be worse. The shortages of supplies are a problem, but not at a drastic one yet. Crime is not rampant yet, as people still prefer to scavenge for supplies rather than rob others. People are hopeful, and neighbors often stick together and try to help one another. So that's to me that sounds like when the war, if you know, right at the outbreak of war, when you kind of don't know I guess where you've just figured out that you're in war, and you wake up and all of a sudden there's bombs, and you're like, wait a minute, we were thinking and we were preparing, we didn't think it was coming, but now here it is, and oh shit, it's real. This is kind of the way I think this part of the conflict is at the very beginning, and then this moderate one is like after the war's been going on for a little while, um, when people have picked through and looted, and there really isn't a way to grow your food yet because who knows how to do that kind of thing. And then um, there's high, and this player card says the ongoing siege means the situation in the city is dire. Even the most basic supplies are difficult to get. Look like the inn. I would think this is like a few months, maybe I would hope a few months into a war where supplies are difficult to get, black market prices skyrocket, desperate people scour the streets and ruins. Um, Desperate people scour the streets and ruins, clean of everything of any use. I don't think that's what that's supposed to say. But okay, but I think that's what it says. Bandits, bandits room, bandits roam. Yes, bandits roam the city, and nobody is safe in their home. People have little hope and are unwilling to help one another. I think somebody messaging me. Okay. So, all right. So we're gonna leave it at moderate. And we've got 13 locations that we can visit. At 20 days to ceasefire, drop that minimum requirement down to 8. So we still have our baker's dozen. We might not get to them all. We might. We have 4 people that we're gonna play with, and I think we saved our story? Yes, because we called it. Do I change anything? If I did, I'm still gonna call it. Just in case I change something. Monterey, California. 2. Yay! Alright, that's our map. And no, I don't want to leave my story, I want to play it. Load. There we go. Monterey 1. Monterey, California 2. Okay, this is the one. You can play this one. Yay! Who's with me? We're gonna do this. Maybe. Start my story. This is how you do it. You lose your current progress, yes. That's for any game that I was playing before. I wasn't playing any game before because Salata finally died on day 33. Here we are, day one! Yay! No, day one. Who celebrates day one of war? That's so bad. I don't know what's wrong with me. And it's doing a little choppy, weird thing here. I might need to put this in more. Hear this little kid? So this is our house. This is our new house. War has been raging for countless months, and the besieged city has been reduced to a sea of ruins by constant shelling. Going outside during daylight is like inviting snipers to target practice. Everything is in short supply, and what little aid reaches the city is seized by the most ruthless and best armed. Few residents were lucky enough to flee. The unlucky ones, who missed the last refugee convoy, are left to fend for themselves, ordinary people huddling in the ruins, relying only on each other to survive. I guess perhaps that other word was ruins. I just didn't make sense to me because I don't know, I think I'm a spoiled, kind of privileged American. Or United States? Californian? Yeah, something not so rude. That's who I am. Ooh. I hope you guys can hear these sound effects because they are fantastic. I need to be quiet for a second. Okay. And then we're gonna meet our characters here. Let's see, can I push pause on this? I can, but that doesn't really pause the gameplay. I pause the gameplay, but I can't read these. What happens if I read her bio? It's 7:20 a.m. now. Does that pause it? Oh, goody. Let's meet our characters. This is Christo's daughter. We haven't met Christo yet, but we're going to start with Christo's daughter. She says, "Hi, my name is Iskra. My mom is visiting. My mom is visiting my grandma, so Dad looks after me now. We will meet again when the soldiers go away. Dad says that they will go away when other countries send us help." It says, let me just read that again. Dad says that they will go away when other countries send us help. I hope it's soon. I miss Mom. I miss my friends. I miss my room, TV, and ice cream. Did you know we had to live in the basement? Dad said it was safer like that. Can I look around here? And she's talking about the place that she's in now. I can't drag this for more because there isn't more yet, but as we go along, a little journal will populate here and we'll keep coming back to see what her bio says each day. And then we've got Christo as Chris' father, and he is a determined father. Let's read his bio. He is, I don't know what that says. Abstinent? Okay, Christo. We used to live not far from here. When the first shelling started, we moved into the basement for safety. We tried to make it as comfortable as possible, but it was still cold, dark, and damp. There were also rats. Iskra is afraid of them, but I told her she had to be strong. She spent most of the time in that basement, while I went out each day to get some supplies. So that is Christo. Who else do we have? We have Katya. She's got good bargaining skills, it says. And she is a coffee drinker. And Katya, I grew up in the city, but went abroad to study and started working as a reporter. I'd been away for years. When the troubles escalated into a war, I was picked to write reports on it. I'd have volunteered anyway. I was so anxious to check on my parents, but it was too late. I found my house in ruins. My family had disappeared. I've been looking for them ever since. So that's Katya. And finally we have Pavel, who is a fast runner, and his bio. Before this whole mess began, I lived with my wife and son in the better part of the city. I haven't seen them in a long time. I hope they are okay. I'm not doing so well, as you can see. Who needs football players during war? Nobody cares about sports when every day can be their last. So I scavenge the ruins like everyone else, hoping for the best. And that's Pavel. All right, so now we're gonna explore this. I'm gonna make this. What happens if I make this? Oops! If I make this screen a little bigger on my end, I cannot. Okay, that wasn't very fun for you guys. Sorry about that. So we're gonna explore this home a little bit. Let's see. We've got. I know you can tell this is the house. They took the front part of it off, but you can imagine if there was a wall here, this would be what their little home looks like now that they fell into their shelter. And we're gonna have Christo. Where's Christo? We're gonna have Christo come over here and chat with. And we're gonna bring. She's just everywhere. She's sitting there. I'm gonna bring her down here with her dad and have her talk to him. That is her dad, right? Yeah. And then we're gonna put these guys to work. So what we've got to do, all of these little these little icons in different places are suggestions of things that we can do, things that we can interact with within this home. So we're gonna start with Katya, and she's standing up here. So we're just gonna go ahead and have her search inside of this cabinet. We're gonna get Pavel. Oh, we already found something. We found a lockpick. Gonna put that in here as the parts. Various mechanical parts used for building, and oh no, that's components. Putting that in electric parts. Okay, we'll read them over here. This is a lockpick. It's single use, but it opens locks quickly and quietly. We've got parts, various mechanical parts used for building and fixing complex devices, and we've got some electric parts. Some electric parts, they will come in handy if we want to introduce advanced improvement to our shelters. We're going to go ahead and keep those. She went through that pretty fast, so we're going to have her open, get that open. And Pavel, who's just sitting here, I'm going to have him. Nope, sorry, sweetheart, I'm going to go. This Pavel, this is, I don't know if you saw, I already forgot her name, Iskra, asked Pavel if he wanted to play, and he said, pretty much, ooh, that was shaky, but if we found some stuff. We found some components. Looks like we found 8 boxes of components in that drawer, and we also found a bunch of wood. We're just gonna go ahead and put that in our things, is what our inventory is called. I'll show you where that is. Up here, our things. And then, what is she doing? She's skipping. Poor little kid. He says, Pavel says we'd better stay inside during daylight. I'm gonna have him come over here and search this. Or, oh, whoa, Askris can search. Pavel can go up here and dig through this, right? And then, so what did she find? She found some herbs. Various herbs that can be used to make herbal medications and roll-up cigarettes. She found some parts, and she found some electric parts. So that'll be good for later. I'm not quite sure what's going on with my screen here. I just thought it was a little weird. And let's see. Okay, we've got to find Christo. You go over here and dig through this. And this is another reason why I'm starting this story here. It's chapter 1 here with me at home before we get to the Peace Center, because there are several things that we've got to establish that I think could be kind of boring if we don't already have them, and time consuming if we don't already have them, if we haven't already, got them going. So where did Katya go? She's sitting. Katya's sitting. I don't want her to be sitting. I want her. I don't want her to use that. Oh, I can't get over there, can I? So we found some more herbs, some more components. So components in. I don't know if I read the components card to you, but it says various components needed to make just about anything. So we've got nails, duct tape, plastic containers, various pieces of scrap, and things like that is what this card says. We've also found some water, some clean water, some relatively clean water. You'll need it to prepare a good meal or to make alcohol. And we also found a lot of wood. So that's good. So um, we're finding some really good materials already in this house. And that is very good. We're going to have to, I think Katya, she's got good bargaining skills. Who do I want? I think where's Krista? He's still working Katya. So I'm going to go ahead and have Katya start. In this house, so let's just do a little tour of the house while everybody's just kind of digging around at stuff. Oh. I'm going to have, can we have you play? There really isn't much for you to play with, is there? So we're just going to have her try to play. Pavel, I'm going to send in here. Where are you going? Oh, that wasn't Pavel. I just sent Christo there. It's sometimes I click the wrong person. So I'm just gonna have him go over here. He's gonna have a little chat with his daughter. And I'm gonna have Katya come down here. And I'm gonna have her start making a bed. Well, we show us around. So I'm gonna start in the basement. Or the basement? The ground floor? I don't know if this is necessarily a basement. Um, so this is the bottom of or the bottom most floor that we can get to in this game right now, in this building. And we can't even quite get there. I'll show you. I'll have Katya, she'll come down these stairs. But we did find, here's our things. We did find a lockpick, but I kind of want to hold on to that lockpick as long as I can. I think I can trade it. I think it's a pretty decent commodity item, so I think I'm gonna keep it in my little um, in my. Oh, it's 7:10 already. Shoot, it's the night's gonna end and we don't have a bed. So that was my point that I was trying to do here. Can we make the bed before night falls? I don't know, because I'd like to be able to at least get the baby. I don't think it's gonna happen, y'all. I don't think the baby's gonna be able to sleep. Nope. In a few minutes it's gonna be 8 o'clock. And everybody's gonna have to sleep on the floor. There's no bed to sleep in. Sad face. Nobody has 15 spaces in their backpack. They all have 12, which I guess that's a pretty decent, we don't have, silly. Okay, never mind. You might not have much to compare this to. So we'll just rejoice in the fact that there's each of these guys have 12 spaces in their backpack. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not quite sure, you know, if you watch if you watch certain sci-fi movies that are dystopic and where it's already the apocalypse is hit, or kind of like in this situation where it's a war, you kind of know that kids have to scavenge, and if they want to eat, and they're it. They got to go out and they got to do stuff. But in this game, the kids cannot go out and they cannot participate and scavenge, but the adults can. So we've got 3 that can go out. Pavel is going to, I think we're going to have him, because he's the fast runner, go out and scavenge this first night. And we're going to put Katya on guard. And we're going to let Christo sleep with Iskra. They're going to just find a place somewhere. We really don't have anything that... we're going to hit the prepare button. We're going to take a look. I'm also going to look at the time. Okay, I still have about 45 minutes. Yeah. So there really isn't anything in here that I would want to take with me. Nothing that would act as a weapon. I don't think that I could protect myself from anyone using a lockpick. So we're just going to go ahead and leave all of this stuff here. And we're going to hit the scavenge button. And we're going to go out for the first night and take a look and see what we've got. It says here the looters must have been in a hurry. There's a lot of stuff left here. And here's the first place where we can take a look. So all of these places where there's a hand, those are places where I can pick through rubble and see if there's anything in there that's worth taking. And there is. There happens to be 3 boxes of components, a piece of wood, and some electronic parts. I'm going to go ahead and grab all of those, and we're going to keep looking because we don't really have a whole lot of time. It's 9:20, and eventually it's nighttime. The sun's going to come up. We don't want to be caught out when the sun is approaching, because that just makes us easy to spot. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff here. There's several boxes of components, 9 of them, 3 wood, and some electronic parts. So some of these guys do stack. So if you notice my components stacked here, now I have 12 here. We've got 4 wood here and 2 electronic parts. I'm gonna go down here. And here's some more places. Oh, we should probably look through this door. See if there's anybody on the other side before we spring up on the other side. Ooh, look, we found a toy for the baby. We're definitely taking this home with us. I didn't see any toys so far in any of the stuff that we scavenged back at our shelter. So we're gonna grab all of these here. And yes, and we still have 2 spaces where we can get more stuff. We might be nearing. We're gonna go back up here and just take a peek through this. So there's 2 things that we can do with this particular interaction. It says we can open it and walk through blindly, or we can peek through. So we're just gonna squat down, and I don't know if you can notice how you can see in here. We'll do it again. How it just kind of opens this up. So there's a refrigerator behind here. That's very good. And I don't see excuse me. I don't see anybody on the other side of that door. But I can't get in. It says it has something on it. So I have to go around. So we're going to go down and see if we can't. I see over here, I see a piece of ladder. So I'm hoping that we could get up. We're just going to go ahead and take a look and see what's in here, even though I'm hoping there's food in this refrigerator. I can't grab it all anymore. And I've got spot for 1 more piece of wood I'm willing to take. I could grab all of this wood, but it's going to take up 2 slots if I grab all of this wood, and I won't be able to take it all. So I'm going to leave that there for now. And keep in mind that there is a lot of stuff in this particular building. There might you see these little red footy, these little echo radar pulses. That's noise, and that means something's up there. We've got more components. I've got a bunch of components. I might not need these. I can take this electronics parts or electric parts because it'll stack. And I don't know that I can take any more wood with me. Oh, but I took it anyway. And to take it out, I'm just gonna click it and hit that subtract button, and we're gonna go exit that. I want to go up because I'm very curious, and I'm hoping there isn't something over here that's going to shoot us. We're gonna sneak over here and take a look. Just all kind of quiet, like it sounds like a rat. I didn't see it. Anybody see anything? I think that was a rat. Oh, there it is. It's right there in the corner. This might be too small for you guys, but yep, that's definitely a rat. And I can hear it making little rat noises. Ugh. You stay over there, rat. Don't bite me. Give me any kind of sicknesses, because it's wartime. Yes, there's food in here. So here we're going to take all of this food. Very good. That's going to get us through our first couple of days, at least. At least get 1 good meal out of it. And do we have anywhere we can put these herbs? No. Do we want to roll cigarettes? maybe not. But we definitely need this water. So I think we're gonna put these parts back because I only have one of those. And we're gonna take all 10 of those waters, or as much as we can. Yes, 10 of those waters. Um, and man, this looks like a pretty decent run right here. If if um if we were making alcohol, this sugar would be a really decent. Alcohol is a really strong commodity in this game, so um, if you're looking to trade, and alcohol would be a really decent one. And the market fluctuates, so sometimes it's not worth anything. You can't even get a piece of, well, yes, you could, but anyway, um, kind of hard, and it depends. What time is it? It is dark 30. Look at that. We're gonna just keep looking for a few more minutes, and then it's gonna be time to get back because um, after a while you don't want to get caught out there. Okay, still the same stuff. Anything that stacks? No? Yes? No. Okay. I think we're gonna go ahead. Excuse me. And we are gonna dig through this because it's 1 o'clock. We're not gonna really be able to take anything else. And we haven't crafted anything back at the shelter yet. When we do get back for this next day, what time is it? Yeah, we have time for another day, I think. I'm gonna be sad if we don't. Um, we're gonna craft some things. I think I would like to come back to this location the next night. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. He's still digging. It's taken a while to get through this. Woohoo! Get through this pile of rubble, but he's releasing this over here. Hopefully we'll be able to get into it without. We'll see what's in there. My hope is that it isn't locked. Sometimes these cabinets are locked, and you have to like either break it open um, with a axe, I think, or a saw. I think a saw. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm so sorry. Sometimes you need a lockpick. It's locked. Okay. So and we didn't bring anything with us to unlock it. But it's 3 o'clock, so I don't know if you can hear the music, but it's starting to get a little more dark. Yeah, I think. Little warning. See a little rat? That little rat just ran by again. There he is in the corner. We're gonna read this, and there's that little radar like blip. There's a note that says, "On the first day they robbed us. 2 days later they murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use the gun anymore. It's broken and buried in the backyard." The next part looks shaky. If you're reading this, don't look for me. Aw. That. Now let that sink in a little bit. The note says, "On the first day they robbed us. 2 days later they murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use the gun anymore. It's broken and buried in the backyard. If you're reading this, don't look for me." Man, I think that would have been me if I don't know. I think I would lose my mind in a situation like this. I've really got to get him to go back to his shelter. It is 4:10, and we don't want to get caught out. We don't want to get caught by the sun. That would be sad. That would be very sad making. So we've made it to day 2. And so chapter 1, day 2. And he's back. He says, "Hello! Look at all this stuff. I wish I could bring so much every night." Okay. So he says, it says this night was calm. That's very good. It says Pavel had been searching for supplies and brought some interesting things. All right. So what are we gonna do? We've got, okay, so in our little player cards, Iskra is asking his run-up. She says, "Hi, Pavel. What did you bring?" And he says, "I bought food and duct tape, and I found even a toy." Okay, so they're talking. Katya is hungry. We're gonna look at these our little player cards down here, to figure out what's going on. Katya's been up, guarding all night, so she's hungry and tired. Christo, he slept poorly, likely because he slept on the floor. Let's look at his player card, or his info. Oh, there isn't any more info for him. We don't have a diary entry. Okay, well, he slept poorly, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go down here, and we're gonna have Christo make a bed. Oh, actually, we're gonna have Christo finish this bed, and then Katya, who's hungry and tired, I'm gonna have her come and start making a stove, because we don't have a stove yet. We don't have anything to cook this food on. And it looks to me like Iskra, if you can see, she slept poorly, she's hungry, she's slightly sick, and currently she's playing, oh, in the back here she's playing, I don't know if you can see, she's drawn one of those what are those things called? Hopscotch? No, I'm making that up. Hip hop? No, that's a music genre. Yeah, I don't know leave you guys in the comments. Tell me what that particular, we'll go back and look again. You guys can tell me what that is. So here we are at the simple workshop that comes with, when you first start on the game. Like, they find this shelter, and miraculously there's already a small simple workshop available for you to start crafting items with from day 1. Okay, and here we can make several things. We can make a bed. It says it offers a decent sleep without back pain, no matter if it's night or day. And it tells us what components we'll need. It says we'll need 6 boxes of these components, and we'll need 8 pieces of wood. We currently have 29 boxes of components and 17 pieces of wood. We can make a chair. We already have one. It says it's better to sit on a chair than on the floor. We should build it to make this place more like home. It will make us feel better in these tough times. Okay, so it's good for morale if we want to sit down, and if we have a book, we can hang out with that in this chair. We need 3 boxes of components and 3 pieces of wood, which we have. We could make a simple heater. Allows us to heat the shelter so that we don't get ill. We can prepare fuel for it using wood, books, or various components. And we need 18 boxes of components and 6 pieces of wood to do that. And down here it also tells us how long it'll take to make one simple heater, and it says it'll take us an hour to do that. We can also make a radio and a swing, and that's very good. I don't know that I saw this in my PlayStation version of this same game. And maybe I just overlooked it, or maybe I have no idea. Maybe I just need better glasses. It says this, we have 0 of them, and we can make a simple swing, but for a kid it's just a simple swing, but for a kid it's a never-ending source of fun. Components we need 2 pieces of wood and 4 boxes of components, and it'll take us half an hour to make this. And I think we might just go ahead and make this this swing. So we've got, right? Did we already start making a stove? No, we did not. I lied. We still have, we definitely have to make the stove first. Um, though we will come back and make that swing because the baby needs, this baby's cooped up. It's the middle of a war, and if we can give her a swing, um, we will. So we can make a crude stove. It's as simple as they get. Just burn some fuel made up of wood, books, or components, and use some water to cook a meal or nutritious, or to cook a meal more nutritious than raw food. Did that make sense? That made sense, right? Let's read it again. It's as simple as they get. Just burn some fuel made up of wood, books, or components, and use some water to cook a meal more nutritious than raw food. Now it makes sense. Okay, and we're gonna definitely make that. We can also make a metal workshop, and we're definitely gonna have to make that. I don't think we have enough components to make both the crude stove and the metal workshop. But we're going to need that because it allows us to make tools such as shovels for clearing rubble, crowbars for breaking doors, and knives for self-defense. Later, we could use it to build more advanced tools or even repair firearms. So, and we need components. We need 10 boxes of components and 5 pieces of wood for that. Um, and we have 29. Well, we might be able to make both. That'd be awesome. We also have we can make a filter, which we only have 10 water, so eventually we're gonna have to make this filter, um, and we're gonna have to make this rainwater collector, and we could also make this moonshine still, but we will figure it out, and it's gonna be great. But first, oh, and we can teach. Ooh, so, huh? It's really kind of funny. I guess I just didn't know I didn't have the same game on both platforms, and I don't really get the PlayStation. Well, I call it mine. It's really my kids. They save money and put their money together and stood in line. One of them stood in line at Black stupid Black Friday, and bought a PlayStation, and I call it mine. Hi. So, um, and um, I have that one came with the little ones, and I don't really get to play with it because it's theirs. They play with it. I play with it. I hug it sometimes. I used to hug it a lot more than I do now. So we're gonna make this crude stove. I'm gonna stop babbling. And we're going to place it up here next to this refrigerator. We never did take that tour, did we? Let's go ahead maybe. So we saw the bottom floor. While the time isn't taking away with us. Here's the bottom floor down here. This door is locked, so we're going to have to get it unlocked and then we're going to have to clear this rubble to get to this chest down here. Or these, no, I don't want it down there. These cabinets. And then up here is this second to bottom floor. It's pretty wide. Um, I think we need a key to get into this one as well. And we've got some space where we can place things. And we go upstairs. We're going to take this stove and put it up here next to this fridge, though. And then we're going to go ahead and build it here. And we're going to call this our kitchen. I think we should call it our kitchen. Hopscotch? I think it's called hopscotch. It just sounds weird because I haven't said it for so long. But I think that's called hopscotch. You guys let me know if you're still hanging out. I wonder if I can figure out. I don't know why. Sorry for the lag. I just opened up to see if I can figure out how to get you guys so I can see if I'm missing anybody in the chat. On my phone. Doesn't quite mean that I'm not on Facebook. I think it's called hopscotch. It just sounds weird because I haven't said it for so long. But I think that's called hopscotch. You guys let me know if you're still hanging out. I wonder if I can figure out. I don't know why. Sorry for the lag. I just opened up to see if I
So,
could
hey,
figure out.
thank you for sharing. I do appreciate it. I am finally able to see. So I can see the lag now. That's pretty terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and click out of it because, um, yeah, sorry about that. But thanks for sharing this video. And if you're in here now and um, you want to make sure that you don't miss the next time that or the next chapter, go ahead and hit the notification button. Make sure that you know when I go live again, so that you can join in with the fun. We've got a bed now crafted. We've got a stove crafted, and we're gonna have Katya make some food. Okay? So, oh, we can't. We can't make food because we need 2 fuel. So I've got to go and make 2 fuels. We've got 4 components or 1 piece of wood to make fuel. I think we'll go with 1 piece of, and we need 2 of them though. Wait. 2. Yep. We need 2 pieces of wood. We need 2 of these to make 2 of these. Okay. Woo! We're cooking, y'all. Alright. And while she's cooking, Krista's gonna come down. He's gonna make 1 more bed, because night's gonna come and we can't have them with them where they're sleeping poorly, because that will I think negatively impact gameplay going forward. And oh, by the way, I think it's a very cool game. It has a really strong, like, if you like survival games and you like crafting games, this one does a really good job of putting both components together into one game. Not a lot of survival games have, or not a lot of war games have this kind of. No, that's a lie. There's so many different types of games out there, but this one is nice in that it did blend this together, and I quite enjoy it. He's gonna make 1 more bed, and that should be pretty good. And I think he's gonna put it over here with this other bed, like so, or not like that though. like this. Okay. That way, when I'm gonna build a stove and put it here. So my thinking is, if I've got the stove where they're sleeping, they won't freeze to death in a different room, and I won't be sad. And then Katya, while this is going, needs to come in here. Did we cook the food? No, we just made the. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna make 2 bowls of food. Yeah? Can we teach? That'd be awesome. Teacher. Should we teach her? Yes, let's teach her. To see if, since I've never done this before, if it ruins the game and we can't eat this food and it's just too terrible early on, and yeah, we'll just start again. I can't tell you how many times I've ever started again on this game because it just was going horribly, and I still haven't survived. I think Origin is telling me that I spent 19 hours in total playing this game on Origin. That doesn't count how many hours I ever played on the PlayStation. So, and then, okay, so I'm gonna have Pavel come down here. Can we board up any windows? Can we get to this? I don't know. Okay, so she's gonna eat, and everybody's hungry. And Katya cooks, so Katya's eating. And then it is 6:20 now. So I'm gonna have Katya come down here and take a nap. And because I'm thinking that likely I'm gonna go ahead and send her um to to um to what is this kid? Just in the way. Go to bed, kid. I'm gonna put her to bed too. So she's slightly sick, but now that she's well fed, um she can sleep that slightly sickness off, I hope. Especially since she slept poorly the night before. And it's the night already. Oh my god, that came so fast. Okay. Um this game seems like it's actually gonna go. No, don't let me lie. It's 3:51. So, it was 3:35 or 25 when it was the night before. Something I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna send. We're gonna send. We're gonna send Kat. No, we're gonna send Pavel out to scavenge again. And I'm saying this because when we think of them as real people. These were playing their roles, and he already knows. He was just at this abandoned cottage. We've got some. If you look over here at this map, it's opened up some new places where we can go to visit. I think though, because we know that there's stuff already at this abandoned cottage, we're gonna go back here and we're gonna check it out. Because we know what's there. These other places, while they're new to us on the map, we just leave them there. And plus, I'm running out of time to be able to do this, so I'm at about. Oh my god, I'm really gonna have to narrate less and just play more. So, plus, if I go and if I'm pretty quiet in doing this, you might actually be able to hear some of the beautiful music and sound effects in the back. So, Pavel's gonna scavenge. She's gonna sleep in bed 2 of 2. Katya is. I think Katya is gonna sleep as well in bed 1 of 2, and then Christo, is Chris' dad is going to he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna guard their shelter for the evening. Okay, and we still don't really have anything that I think would be good for us to take with us. I didn't see anybody that we'd be bartering with, um, so we're just gonna go and we're gonna head and scavenge and look for the we're gonna go back to that shelter that we were at. I think we looked here already, didn't we? There shouldn't be. I don't think there should be anything here. Oh, what? There's weapons and weapons parties? Oh, because we read the note from before or what?
Also, sorry, but the stream's interrupted on Facebook.
Oh.
It's like completely stopped.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it just happened.
It just happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Just got news that I may have disconnected from my Facebook.
I'd advise restarting the stream. Just tell them there's gonna be a 1-minute delay.
Okay. And I'm getting advice that I might need to restart my stream because I've gone dark on the Facebook. Uh-huh. Still looking down. Ta-da! No. No. There you are.
I'm gonna check upstairs to double check.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay. Thank you. You're awesome. Ta-da! That's my social media team there, letting me know that there was a slight interruption, and I'm back. So yay! All right, but it's 10:50. I don't know where Pavel is. We can find him. Let's see. Can I find him? Yes, he's still out. He just picked up some weapons parts. That's great. I'm gonna come down here and go over and pick up some of these things that I know we left behind when we came through the first time. Wait, I thought this door is boarded up. So I guess I need to click down here. That took 30 minutes. in Pavel's time. Did we take stuff from here? We are gonna take a look and see. Oh, there's a bunch of wood in here. We're gonna grab it all, and just in case, because in this game sometimes it's, I think, a pretty decent idea to just go, if you see it, you go ahead and grab it. You can always drop it if you see something better. But if it happens that there's somebody standing behind the next door with a gun or some other type of way to harm you, and you have to run with what you have, you can't stop to scavenge anymore because you're being chased off the lot. It might be a better idea for you to have as much on in your backpack as you can get. I think we're gonna take these books. So I picked up a few things along the way. We've got some weapons parts. You haven't seen, I don't think we've seen those before in this Let's Play. So it says that we have various weapon parts: blades, barrels, springs, locks, and so on. And we've got a broken pistol, and I think that's what the guy, when we read the note from upstairs earlier, whose little girls were killed at the start of the war. I think this is that guy's broken pistol. So we picked that up. Can we get these components? No. I think we're going to put this one solo piece of wood back so that we can take both of these components. What else can we put back? Anything? We don't exactly need this fertilizer or these coffee beans just yet in this gameplay. So we're just gonna, or this Let's Play, so we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna leave it there for now. We're gonna keep in mind that it is there and that it does exist. It is a little after midnight. Here's that rat. Can you see him? Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Some more components and wood. We don't have space for them. Oh, yes we do. So is that all we can take? Yes. So like I said, some of these guys stack, so we just went ahead and took those. And I think this guy is locked. Can we get out? No. Is there a way to get into this backyard? There is not. And this guy's locked. Did we look through here? I don't think we did. And I think we took everything that there was to take out of that out of that refrigerator earlier. Come up, let's see. I don't know how to get there. How do you go up the stairs? That's how you get there. What do you mean you don't know how to get there? Silly. Silly. Okay, now go over here and pick through this. And then, ooh, a door. We'll peek through and see what's on the other side of this before we go barging through. There could be somebody over there. And we can't take any of this stuff. Electric parts. Okay, no. So we're going to peek through. We're going to use a little eyeball. Take a look through. There's nobody over there, so I think it's locked. No, why are you locked? I didn't bring that lockpick with me. So if we happen to come back to this abandoned villa, I think that's what this one is called, then we will, I think we've got all the everything that we can get. I'm gonna look and make sure I took everything out of this refrigerator before we run off and go back to our own shelter. But I believe I did the first one. Oh, look, no, I didn't take it. Can we take this guy? No, only 4. That's it? Okay. So we're gonna go back to our own shelter. Can we unstick this, or we got a few minutes before? Yes! Alright. We unstuck the door. Good job. So next time we come back, we can just walk through the front door. So we are... Go ahead. That is my alarm, y'all. So we made it to the end of, or to the beginning of day 3.
And here we are. He says, "Hello, look at all this stuff. I wish I could bring so much every night." And it says that this night was calm. Pavel had been searching for supplies and brought back some interesting things. Here are the things that he brought back, so that's pretty awesome. And he's very tired now, and he's also hungry. He's not super hungry. So after he says hello to Kiddo, "I'm glad you're back. What did you bring?" And he's gonna tell her he brought stuff. So they're chatting, having a little tact. He says, "Yes, dear, you look sad." "I'm afraid to go and play outside," she says. And he says, "Why don't we play inside instead?" How sweet he is. She says, "Okay." And he says, "Come back later, I'll have a riddle for you." So she's gonna go ahead. She's still slightly sick. She's gonna go over here and play. We have, at some point we'll be able to craft, I think, better toys for her. Pavel is he needs to lay down over here. Oh, that's Christo. I put the wrong, but he can sleep too. And Pavel can sleep. Katya can. "There's nothing more to tear down in the district, so the military has lost interest," she says. I want her to come over here. She's hungry, but she'll be hungry for a little while longer. I think if I can get her. Okay, so we have 12 wood and 25 boxes of components. We can make this swing. If we make this swing, are we... Yeah, I think we're gonna make it. I've never made a swing in this game before. So, oh, it just hangs from the ceiling. Where should we put it? You know what? Actually, we might make this swing at the Peace and Justice Centery. Yeah, so let's not make the swing. Let us make something else, something that we probably need. And I think that something would be this metal workshop. I'm trying to grind through the big things. The only problem is, even though I'm saying these things about what we should make next, because I'm not playing to the next day, at least not at this moment, because if we had to go off and do other things, and then I'll be able to come back and perhaps pick up this stream a little later on this evening and advance this a little bit more. We might play something else. We might just get this to a place where it's in decent shape. But I'm not going to be able to save this part of the game, so we're just going to say we're going to make a metal shop, and we're going to put that, like, we're going to put it. Where do you put a metal shop? I guess here's good. Or, no, because if I put it down there, then I won't have a place to put another bed. And I kind of want my beds as close as I can in the same area as I can get them. And sometimes when they get yeah. I think that'll be a good place for all the beds. And we're going to put this metal shop here. And we're going to let Katya build that. Pavel sleep. Oh, somebody's at the door. "Open up, I brought something for barter," he says. "Now this kid, she better not go opening this door. I want to open the door." "No. You cannot open the door. Here comes your dad. He will open the door. You go somewhere." If I feel, because I'm pretty, I think I'm pretty overbearing when it comes to protecting my kids. Yeah. So what she just did, that's what I would have asked her to do. I was like, "Hey, you go, you hide. And this guy doesn't need to know that you even exist. I don't know who this is. He says he's here to barter." And So we'll go ahead and technically we're just gonna go ahead and start bartering with him. So that lockpick that I told you we were gonna hold on to, we're gonna throw it down there and see if that gets us. Can we have that? No. You've got to be kidding, showing me more. So bandages are pretty expensive in this game. Can I even... I just have a question. Can I do a lockpick for a lockpick? That's hilarious. I can't. This is a lockpick. And he won't let me trade a lockpick for a lockpick. So perhaps this isn't as good of a bartering tool as I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to go ahead and put it back. And quite possibly later in game, it will become something more. What time? 4:06. I do want to know how much these pills are because the baby's a little sick, and I'd like to at least be able to have them on hand if she gets more sick. That makes sense, right? They don't have any vegetables, so it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to make any more soup. Just, you know, cook whatever kind of meat this is. What do they call this? It's edible, but it would be more nutritious when cooked. These are herbs. We can make expensive cigarettes from this tobacco. Or it's not herbs, it's tobacco. And canned food. I wonder how much this canned food would be. So, alright. I don't know that we're going to actually be able to get any of this. We're certainly not taking the teddy bear or the books. Or the weapons. We've got really only component parts. He's got 31. And 7 wood. And he's got 10. Wood trades at a pretty high level too. Like, I kind of don't want to get rid of my wood because it's so hard to... You only get 2 for 2 slots. 2 woods go fill 1 entire slot. That makes sense, right? The way that I'm saying it. So they stack, but they only stack 2 to a slot. And these components and pieces of wood. No. I can't afford. With the stuff that we have, we're gonna just throw a whole everything. How about these guys? Nothing's tipping this into my favor. So I've given him nearly all of our components, nearly all of our wood, and whatever these guys are called, various mechanical parts. And we still don't have a trade. Let's see. What if we put the simple medications back? It won't do try harder. Okay, what if we put the canned food back? Fine, we can have a deal. So I'd have to trade, what is this? 14 boxes of components, 6 pieces of wood, and all 4 of my mechanical parts for some medicine. Yeah? This is like Tylenol. Maybe it's what do they call this? Oh, I put it back by accident. Their taste is terrible, but they can save your life in sickness. So I guess maybe better than Tylenol. But that's how much. Pretty ridiculous for... Let's put all of this. We're not... I don't think we're really interested in any of the stuff that he actually technically has. But we do want him to come back in the future. So we might want to set him up. I'm saying all of this like we're going to be able to keep these few moves. But when I leave this game, it's going to say, are you sure you want to leave? You're going to lose any progress you've made unless you stay and play all the way until the next day. And we're not going to stay all the way to the next day. I have other things that I need to do. I have adulting, so... But if we were playing through to the next round, and we were standing here making this trade with Franco, I would probably take maybe like this consumables, because that should be pretty cheap, right? Um, and um, not sure how much this would be, but I would maybe try to get one of those. Um, and because I don't think that I need these mechanical parts just yet, or these electronic parts just yet, I would offer those up first. And you see how um, we're at this fine, we can have a deal place. I haven't given up really anything that I don't need just yet. I might need later in the game, but I don't know that we're even going to make it further into the game. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm only giving up one of each of those things, and I'm only asking one of each of his things. I'm going to see if there's anything in addition to this. Can I have two of these? Nope. He says it won't do, try harder, so I'm going to put one back. Oops. Put one too many back. And then, how about, can I have some more fuel? I can have two of those. Can I have three? No. That to me, that's a really decent trade, because earlier I had to give two pieces of wood for to make two bowls of soup. Um, this way, yeah, I think this is a pretty decent deal. Plus, I think this kind of helps. I don't know if I don't know if it helps or not, but I'm gonna pretend like it helps build some kind of rapport with Franco, who's made it all the way over to our shelter to like say, hey, it's daytime, but I'm running around with my stuff in my backpack. You got anything worth trading? Because I got stuff worth trading. And so here we are, and we've got a deal. So we're gonna say, yay! All right, but folks, I think we're gonna go ahead and leave it there. It is 4:12, and I'm 2 minutes late. And saying goodbye to you. So bye, everybody. I will. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Actually, before I say goodbye, we're gonna leave this here. And here's gonna. Are you sure you want to exit? Any unsaved game progress will be lost. Yes. So all of that we just did, pretend it didn't happen. And so when we load it up again, you'll see Pavel walking through the door from when he came back from scavenging. And here, just so you know, I wanted to invite you guys to let you have a chance to join the Video Game Voters Network. Is pop on over to videogamevoters.org, spelled exactly the way that I'm saying it, videogamevoters.org. If you want to win tickets to E3, just go ahead and enter here at that address that I just told you. Also, while you're over there, you can find out a little bit more about the Video Game Voters Network. I'd read these cards to you, but I do really gotta go. So if you want to know about more about the Video Game Voters Network, go ahead, plug that in. Um, Click through all of the links. They're pretty darn cool, like these gamer facts, like this. At a glance, 64% of US households own a device that they use to play video games. The average gamer is 34 years old. I'm actually 43. Gamers age 18 or older represent more than 70% of the video game playing population. That means only 30% are 18 and under. 60% of Americans play video games daily. 60% of Americans, I think probably in the United States, people that live in the United States of America, play video games daily. Adult women represent a greater portion of the video game playing population at 33%. Than boys under the age of 18, who are coming in at 17%. So imagine that. I'm going to say it again. Adult women, me, hi, represent a greater portion of the video game playing population at 33% versus boys under the age of 18 registering at 17%. 70% of parents believe video games have a positive influence on their children's lives. 70% of them, y'all. 90% of parents are present when their child acquires a video game. I guess so if they're out at the store purchasing video games, typically the parent is with them. Parents, if you're out there and you're watching this and you're letting your kid run around in games like Call of Duty and Fortnite, some of these other places, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that the United States military is currently recruiting your kids in those spaces.
And I'm just going to go ahead and remind you that those are adult game spaces that your kids are running around in. You might want to play with them. That's all. I'm just saying, if you're going to let them play, you might want to sit down and you might want to play with them, especially if they're running around those games online. I think Fortnite is all online. Okay, so that's it. I gotta go. No, I lied. Register to vote. So on videogamevotersnetwork.org, okay, you just click that link where it says join VGBN, I believe is how you get there. There's some other ways you'll find it. Click around, because I know you guys are click people that like to click buttons. Click all the buttons, find that button that says register to vote. If you need to register to vote, you can do so right here. You can also share this link with your friends. You can share it on Facebook, on Twitter. You can also go to the Election Center. There's a bunch of resources on this website. I love you guys. I will see you on the other side. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.